water is so beautiful right now. I mean, you can see 2 feet down in this beautiful clear. Look at how healthy that is.
She thinks she's hot. She thinks she's cool driving the track. Did you eat that egg on purpose or was it broken? If you start eating my eggs, you're going to become soup. Yeah, you're going to become soup. Sometimes you just got to dig chicken shit. That's what you got to do. Okay, so this video has changed. Hold on. We're going to go into several subjects now. Number one, why am I sitting in my chicken house? Because I have an egg eater in here, and I'm going to show you how to identify an egg eater, and you need to isolate them, because if you have a chicken that gets a taste for eggs, you can easily lose 2 to 5 eggs a day if they start eating them. Hi, honey. How are you? It's nice to see you. I know, honey. Your pouch is all full. So the other thing I'm going to talk about, we're going to talk about lime, and we're going to talk about some of the myths of lime. Don't peck my beard. I watched a video the other day of this guy pouring lime around and on his chickens. I'm like, dude, stop. You don't want to do that. We'll talk about the proven actual university and agricultural studies, the best way to get rid of mites and lice. I mean, total eradication of them. I'm going to show you, we'll look at some of the studies, and I'll show you exactly what to use, both a natural and a synthetic. And what else? Oh, cleaning. I'll show you how we clean out this thing. We're going to treat it. We're actually going to go in. Oh, see? Had a fight down there. Someone, that must be an egg eater right there, because that chicken went up and defended that egg. Okay. All right, I didn't expect to put this in the video, but we're going to talk about egg eaters. Every once in a while, you get a chicken that's an aggressive egg eater. And I saw a chicken come out with an egg in its mouth, broken, ran out here, started eating it, and of course all the other girls started chasing. There was this big fight over the broken egg. Well, after she got done, she went back up here and she was going along and she was looking and looking and looking and looking. She wasn't looking for a place to lay eggs. She was actually looking for eggs. You do not want to have an egg eater. So it's real important. If you have an egg eater like that, you need to get it out of your flock. You need to have chicken soup. So I grabbed her and I went out. I didn't have a marker, so I had some orange marking paint for the ground. And I sprayed her feet orange. I'll show you here in a minute. Oh, Goldie, you finally came out. I sprayed her feet orange, and then I sat back and I watched. And sure enough, she went back up, and she went back and forth and back and forth. Now, this chicken here had just laid an egg. And when she saw that egg eater going towards her, she went in there and attacked her, and she jumped back on her egg. So she knows that that chicken is an egg eater. And let me tell you what, an egg eater will eat probably 2 to 6 eggs a day out of your thing. So here's what I've done. I've taken her out of here. I have not turned her into chicken soup yet, but I have a separate run right now. Hi. Yeah, that bad girl is no longer here. So I have a separate run. Watch out, honey. Let me get out. Watch out, babe. Watch out, honey. So this is their outside run. And then the new girls have an outside run. I let them out in the outside run yesterday. They did really well, but it's going to rain and I don't want one of them to get trapped out here. So I've taken the egg eater, which you can see has orange feet. I've taken her and I've put her in isolation. Now, I will get her some water and I will get her some food, but she's going to stay there. She's going to stay out here probably for a week. I'm not going to have a chicken in there eating my eggs. Right, girls? Ooh, okay. So you'll have to excuse me. I might have rain moving in, so I'm standing under a tray in the shade. It looks like a rain cloud coming in. Thank God. Okay, so let me go over real quick a few things with you. First, I want to go over the fact that a lot of this stuff is folklore. A lot of this stuff is just stuff that's been passed down. Let me give you an example. How many times have you heard that possums eat 1,000 ticks a day, and they're really good to have around? I got an old guy that does bush hog my field up here, and he feeds possums because he thinks that they eat a whole bunch of ticks. Guess what? They did a whole bunch of autopsies on ticks. Google it, Chat GPT or whatever, and you'll find out, no, it's not true. They groom themselves a lot, so they do eat a couple, but they like found 0 ticks inside their digestive system. Google it if you don't believe me. Go to AI or whatever, and the studies are out there saying no, they don't eat a lot of ticks. That's how this thing works. So let's talk about lime. Lime should be used in a chicken house on the bedding area, and it reduces the amount of ammonia in there, and it's a better smelling thing. It does help dehydrate it a little bit as well. But I watched a video of an old timer talking about how to cure mites, and he was throwing lime all over the place and throwing lime on chickens, and I'm like, dude, stop it. Please don't tell people to do that. It's an irritant. Lime is an irritant, and you can cause respiratory issues, eye issues, and skin issues with your chickens. Don't use lime if you have mites or to prevent it. I'm going to go up and I'm going to show you us doing a thorough cleaning on our house with Lily up here. We went up the other day, and when I do my thorough cleaning, I use Permethrin. Why? Because Permethrin is long lasting. In other words, it'll last 1 to 4 weeks. And what I do is I spray their nesting bars, because at night when they get on their nesting bars, where's their butt? Their butt is right on that nesting bar, and that's what happens. It's chicken to chicken transmission of these mites, and they have eggs, and you need something long lasting. But I'll also go ahead and I'll talk to you about the natural method, which is a bacteria. So let's go straight into the Permethrin. Permethrin, the efficacy rate on mites and chickens, Permethrin is a synthetic pyrethroid insect widely used to control mites in poultry, including northern fowl mites and red poultry mites. It's approved for use on chickens with no egg or meat withdrawal period. Apply to birds and premises directly. Efficacy varies on the species, but you're looking at somewhere between a 90 to 98% kill rate, because there's a residual. So when the eggs hatch, you get the larva, it'll kill the larva, it'll kill the adults. Got it? So it's effective on both. It's long term. So what's the natural method? Spinosad. Spinosad is a natural insecticide derived from the fermentation of the big long word soil-dwelling bacterium. Elector PSP, an insecticide used for controlling mites in poultry and livestock facilities. It's a mixture of spinosyn A and spinosyn D, a 44.2% concentration from the spinosyn class, acting as both a larvicide and adulticide. So it kills the larva and the adults with low risk to mammals, beneficial insects, or whatever. Mite control. Spinosad achieves an 85 to 95% mortality of poultry mites through application at roosts, cracks, crevices where mites hide. Repeat treatments 7 to 10 days apart as needed, target to hatch. So a lot of times what they'll do, a veterinarian, if you have a real bad case of mites, a veterinarian will say you need to do both. You need to spray with Permethrin and you need to spray with the Spinosad. Now, it's actually found in a product called Elector PSP. That's the combination of the two units. That's the natural method. So you can get the Elector PSP, which is natural if you're concerned about any kind of chemicals. Personally, I use both. So I go up there. Mites are really active during warm temperatures, and I think it's like they're really highly active between 70 and like 95 degrees. They're very active at night. And so where are your chickens at night? Your chickens at night typically are inside some kind of roosting house, and they're all sitting there together all night long. And guess what? That's where all the mites are. So that's why the only thing we really concern ourselves with is we concern ourselves with the chicken house, because that's the main place that you want to kill them. Now, let's talk about DE, Diatomaceous Earth. I hate saying that word because that's the one thing people are going to say on there. I use it and it's really effective. Okay, so Diatomaceous Earth. A natural powder made from fossilized diatoms is commonly used as a mechanical insecticide to control external parasites like mites and chickens. It works by abrading exoskeleton mites, absorbing their protective oils and causing dehydration, typically within 72 hours. Overall performance. Study shows DE reduces parasite loads by 60 to 90%, improving egg production. It's better for prevention rather than eradication. So it's a preventative, not so much a treatment. In field trials, the efficacy drops below 50% in humid conditions. So when it's damp outside in the summertime, It has to be reapplied consistently. If there is an infestation, start with permethrin. That was an actual study done. So again, permethrin, we use permethrin a lot. We spray it on our boots and our socks because we do not want Lyme disease. It's used if your child has head lice, comes home from school, guess what? Guess what's going to be in the cream? Permethrin. If your dog has ticks or fleas, guess what? You're probably going to put permethrin on them. You do not want to use it around cats, by the way. Cattle, they use it on it. If you don't want to use permethrin, then go with the natural. Go with that. I'll put a link down to the natural microbial one, the bacteria one. But Lyme really is not. Lyme is absolutely not an effective way to control mites. I just tell you that right now. It is good. It helps with your bedding. If your bedding is starting to stink, you know, personally, we just clean the bedding. But we're going to do a deep cleaning up here. We're going to take that all the poo and the wood chips. We're going to put it in our compost pile. But Lily's up there helping me, and Lily is the daughter of a friend of mine who's saving money to go to Georgia Southern in December. And her mom said, hey, her mom was working out here, and she said, can my daughter come out because I got to go back to my full-time job? I said, sure, as long as she's willing to do crap work, and she's done a great job. She's been cutting grass, chicken cleaning chicken coops. She put together solar panel legs for me. She's doing all the weeding, she's doing a whole bunch of stuff. She's a great kid. And anyways, so I'm going to put together a video. Hope it works for you. Doc, what has to happen first? The water has to go on. The water's off right now. I'm training Lily on the morning chicken routine, and we're going to lock the chickens out, and then we're going to clean chicken shit. So she can tell she's dressed for cleaning chicken shit. I told her, I said, wear your boots at least. So one of the reasons why I can't even talk over these. One of the reasons why I put this door in is so you don't have to go through here and mess with them.
Okay, before we let them out.
Yeah, just go out here, and that's where we'll start. That way you have some peace and quiet. Some peace and quiet while you're trying to do your work. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take all this. We don't do a deep bedding method. We do a moderate bedding method. We use about 2 inches of chips, and we let it get heavily saturated with the chicken poo. I want a lot of urea in there because we're going to take this and we're going to put this in our compost pile, and that's all we use in our gardens. We add some Dirt Booster Plus to it, and then we let it compost, and we never use fertilizers in our garden. Just this and the Dirt Booster Plus. Having fun?
Yeah, it's actually not bad.
Look at that door. So I will tell you one thing. A lot of you have chicken coops, and when you clean out your chicken coop, what's on the bottom floor? It's a nasty wet mess. Mine is not, because we left slots in this, and it's perfectly dry. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
There's normally when you clean out a chicken coop, there's this nasty goop on the bottom. It's horrible. Mine's not. It's all dry, and that's because we left these slots open, and you get a lot of oxygen in here, and you get some of it pass through. I'm going to push this, and I'm going to put this into a manual mode, and then I'm going to close that door. By the way, if you ever need to lubricate, WD-40 makes a product called Dry Lube, which will not hold dust and chicken shavings. That has yesterday I came out here and sprayed that with Dry Lube because it was squeaking, and that's what it does every night. So every night it goes down and closes, and every morning it opens up. Gracious. All right, so this is the compost pile. I'll get the tractor out, and we'll spread this out. We'll put the wood chips on there. We'll soak them with water, and we'll put Dirt Booster Plus. We'll pile it back up, and tomorrow morning, that pile will probably be 130 degrees. That's how fast that it starts to act. It's crazy. Again, I use a higher concentration formula, so I don't have to spray as much. And I'm gonna spray all the roosting bars first. Wear a mask when you do this. I'm not wearing a mask so I can talk to you. But wear a mask when you do this, and then spray all the places that these girls are going to hide and places bugs would hide. You only have to do this usually in the spring and during the summer, and it'll last for a good 2-3 weeks. Now I want you to come in here, and I want you to walk in there, and I want you to smell.
Oh, it smells good.
What a difference, huh?
Yeah.
It smells like a fresh pine forest.
Yeah.
When we walked in there before, because we let the poo accumulate in here, it does get a little bit stinky in there, but not bad. But right now, I mean, it's beautiful. You walk in there and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing how nice it smells. It'll stay this way for about a week. It'll have that nice smell, and then about I would say once a month, you get to a point that it gets really loaded with the chicken poo. But that's what we want. We want it heavily loaded. So the girls have been patiently waiting. This is their breakfast. And then I'll go do the big girls. Look at those clouds, thank goodness. It's been almost 3 weeks. No rain. This is actually lasatino kale that we've planted over here, which is one of the most nutritious kales that exists. And it's called monster kale or dinosaur kale because it grows really big and has like jaggedy looking leaves. That is fantastic. So also when this garden starts to die out, we're going to convert this whole garden into a kale garden, I guess you would say. And here they are. I forgot to double lock it last night. Watch out, girls. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh. You'll notice I put a little screen there so when I open the door, none of them can come out. And then also always have springs on your doors, especially if you have kids, but it can get pushed open. Hi, you're perching. Look at you. Yeah, I know what you want. You want your breakfast. Where's Snow White? There's Snow White. Hi, honey. It's the only bird I've named because she looks like a white hawk. Here, chick, 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 chick. And then I'll put some over here. Here, chick, 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 chick. Here, chick, chick, chick. I know, you guys. Spread it out, guys. Spread it out. All right, so let me go over the psychology issue that I had. You can see we build perching bars here, which they like. I have their nesting boxes closed off. So when I brought them in here from their brooder, they get put in here, and I had a screen door on here, and I left them here for a week, and they were sort of perching at night. So I said, well, I'll let them out. Well, they never went back inside. They actually all piled in a corner down here. There was nothing down here, and they'd pile into the corner. So I built another set of perching bars, and I put it over here, and guess what? They all started perching there. Every single one of them. So then when I said, well, let me build a door on this side because I can't get them to come to this door. So I put a second door in here, and then a couple of them would go inside, but the rest of them would be out here. And I had 2 sticks coming out here under the larger perching bars. So what I did was I cut those sticks down little by little by little. A couple more went inside. Then I took out the big set and I built this little ladder. This is just out of little trees in the woods. And all of a sudden, 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, they all went inside and they all started perching. Hallelujah. So now at night, the doors can close. These are automatic doors, or I can control them by Wi-Fi. I could be at the beach on vacation and open and close my doors, which is nice. Can I get in here for a bit, girls? I just want to show them your house. So this is their house. And then I built them this set of roosting bars here, and they all started roosting on here. And then I added these roosting bars, and now they're roosting here, and I even have some up here. So I'm going to add another layer of bars up here towards the back. and that way they can roost up higher if they want. I'm going to do that next week. And I'll tell you what, eventually what you'll learn is that chickens want to roost as high as possible. So it's like they'll always go to the highest point. It's kind of weird. It's kind of funny. All right, so my doors close at 8:30. It's pitch black out. At pitch black it closes, and then they open up right at sunrise. All right, so we're done with the chickens. She's in the garden, finishing up the garden. And now we're gonna go work compost piles. Actually, if you'll go in the middle building, grab a bag of the Dirt Booster Plus. It's that dark green bag, Dirt Booster Plus. Just grab one bag of that and bring it out here. So what's our secret formula where we eliminated fertilizers completely for the past 6 years? It's making super compost for the garden. This is an older batch, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the wood chips that are full of chicken poo and urea. We're going to spray that out. We're going to soak them because they're really dry. Then we're going to put a layer of Dirt Booster Plus. We're going to wet that, and then I'm going to mix it up. And by probably tomorrow morning, I would say 120 degrees, and the next day 130, maybe get up as high as 150 degrees. Good steam going on. This is how quickly you can make really good compost by using the Dirt Booster Plus. Understanding beneficial microbes and bacteria and mycorrhizal fungi is absolutely critical. Let's just take a quick reading. I don't think we're going to be as hot as yesterday, but you can see it going up 138. You just sort of feel around for some hot pockets. Hot pockets. 140. Yesterday I found a spot in here where I hit 150 degrees in just a day and a half. So I know this video got a little bit long and I covered a whole bunch of subjects that I didn't intend to cover. I hoped it helped you out. Remember, there's a real big difference between preventative measures when it comes to mites and then treating an infestation. There's a big difference between that. You want something, if you have chickens with mites, you want something to knock it down as fast as possible. That's just my belief. You guys do what you want. I've got probably about 15 videos that I'm supposed to be making. Everything from, we're putting out 200 pounds of seed out on all of our lawns out here. We've got the solar panel installation we got to finish up. I'm going to install, I have ordered some new rollout boxes for the chickens to prevent this egg gating, and I'll do a video on that. I just got a ton of stuff. It's just a matter of finding time. And thank goodness, with this rain moving in, after 3 weeks of not having any rain, whew, we got a couple of days, and the next 10 days looks like it's going to be rain. I can probably get some video editing done. Anyways, guys, thanks for being around. If you don't mind, make sure you get subscribed, give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you later. Doc.